Did you know that in Paris, the River Seine has more bridges than any other city in the world? With 45 bridges crossing over its waters, it's no wonder why Paris is known as the City of Love. But there are so many things that we don't know about this beautiful city. So let's find out some fun facts about Paris, France. Number 1. The real name of Paris is actually quite different. Most people think that the city's name is Paris, but technically it should be called Lutetia. It was originally named after the Celtic tribe that lived there, and that's where we get the name from. The Romans came in and changed it slightly to Luteci, and then the Gauls came in and changed it to Paris. Number 2. Eiffel Tower was not the first tower built in Paris. Before the construction of the Eiffel Tower, Paris had another famous tower known as the Montmartre Tower. It was built in 1897 and was the tallest structure in Paris for 44 years. Number 3. In 1667, an author wrote a story about a man who walked from one end of Paris to the other in just 1 hour. This story was so popular that it inspired a new invention, the stopwatch. Number 4. There are over 100 million people living in the Greater Paris area. This makes it the most populated urban area in all of Europe. And since there are so many people living in such a small area, it's no surprise that they invented the metro system so that everyone could get around easily. Number 5. Napoleon wasn't actually the first person to conquer much of Europe. Before him, there was Julius Caesar. He conquered Gaul, which is now France, as well as parts of modern-day Belgium and Germany. After him, the Roman Empire took over and ruled over Paris for centuries. Number 6. Paris was the first capital city to have a purpose-built shopping street. It was called the Boulevard Haussmann, and it was designed to look like a village street with shops on either side of a cobblestone road. Number 7. The French Revolution started in Paris. On July 14, 1789, a group of citizens stormed the Bastille prison in the hopes of finding weapons to defend themselves against the king's soldiers. They didn't find any weapons, but they did spark a revolution that would change France forever. Number 8. The Mona Lisa isn't the only famous painting in Paris. There are actually 3 other paintings that are just as famous. They are all located in the Louvre Museum, and they are called Liberty Leading the People, The Raft of the Medusa, and The Death of Marat. Number 9. Paris has been home to many famous artists over the years. Some of the most famous ones include Picasso, Monet, Renoir, and Van Gogh. Number 10. If you want to see the Mona Lisa, you have to go to the Louvre Museum. It's the most visited museum in the world, and it's also the largest. It contains over 35,000 works of art. Number 11. The Champs-Élysées was built to celebrate the victory of Napoleon at the Battle of Austerlitz. It's one of the most famous streets in the world, and it's also one of the most expensive. Number 12. The Arc de Triomphe was built to commemorate the victories of Napoleon and his army during the French Revolution. It's one of the most recognizable monuments in Paris, and it's also one of the most photographed. Number 13. Notre Dame Cathedral took over 200 years to build. Construction began in 1163 and was completed in 1345. It's one of the most famous buildings in Paris, and it's also one of the most historic. Number 14. The Conciergerie was once a royal palace, but it's now a courthouse. It's one of the oldest buildings in Paris, and it's also one of the most beautiful. Number 15. The Pantheon was built to honor the great men of France, both past and present. It's one of the most important buildings in Paris, and it's also one of the most symbolic. Well, that's all for today. See you next time.